Well, hey there, Sharks fans. How you guys doing on this fantastic Saturday afternoon? Back at the WMRC here for one final round robin game for the Barrie Junior Sharks. Game 4. It was a tough loss this morning, 2-1 against Stansted. They've got a great team and just found themselves on the wrong side of the game today, but it was hard fought, and Dwayne Eldridge actually said the same thing, that it was a hard fought game. And sometimes you can do all you can do and still lose. But kudos to them for playing a fantastic game. It's been a fantastic weekend. I'm going to bring you into the rink here. The previous game just got over, and the girls are about to take to the ice here for their final game. Competition this afternoon is Balmoral Hall, and I looked up their record, and they're having a tough weekend. They got 1 win and 2 losses, and they've only scored just a handful of goals all weekend. Their Sharks have done a little better. Two wins and 1 loss. They do have that one fantastic overtime win yesterday morning with Elda Silva scoring the game-winning goal, and she's continued her scoring ways. She now has 3 goals on the tournament. A lot of girls getting in the action this weekend with goals. Taya Wallace, Jenny Keller, Sam Larmond, Abby Brumwell, Piper Sebin. Everyone's getting in on the action. Sharks step to the ice, and this is Balmoral Hall. Now, they do have that logo on the front, which looks to be an eagle, I think. But I'm just going to say BH, or Balmoral for short, just to make things simple. There is a 3-minute warm-up, and the clock is not counted down. I'm going to have the beauty of shots on goal. It looked like the scorekeeper in the game before was keeping track of shots on goal. So I'm looking forward to having that statistic available to me. Now, unfortunately, due to the fact that the Sharks lost and had a win in overtime, they won't be able to play for a medal tomorrow, as there are 3 teams currently undefeated with 9 points. So the Sharks can't catch first place. They will not play for a medal tomorrow. They will play in a placement game, or otherwise known as a consolation game, where the game doesn't mean anything, but the girls will play in a game. We won't know the time of that game, though, until later this evening after all the games have been played, as the organizers do take travel into account as to how far the competitors have to travel once they are done. Obviously, the teams that play those consolation games that have to travel the farthest will be placed earlier than later, and of course the Sharks don't have to travel that far. So I'm kind of thinking, depending on who it is, if it's between 2 competitors here in the area in Ontario, it could be a later game. Or if it's against somebody across the border against somebody in the States, then it will be an earlier game, but we'll see how that plays out. I do hope to bring that one to you if that is so desired, and the game, again, doesn't mean anything, but it's good practice for the girls as we get set to go back to regular season action. Next weekend, they are on the road in Cambridge and London, and I will be bringing both of those games to you myself. I'm having a good time calling these girls. Can't believe we're getting set for Christmas, and we're getting set for the halfway point of the regular season. It's hard to believe. 1.5 minutes left here in the warm-up. I'll take 1 sip here of my iced tea. It's my 6th game in 2 days. I'm having a fantastic time. Anybody who knows me knows I'm passionate about the sport of hockey, and I have to give a big shout out to everybody who's walked up to me this weekend, and not just parents of the squads that I cover, parents of the opposition's squads that I cover. It's been awesome. I've had parents walk up to me and say, "Cheryl, you do an awesome job." I love the fact that everybody's watching, and I love the support that these girls are getting while watching, and that's what's important to me, is that these ladies get the exposure. Whether I'm covering the Barrie Sharks, Central York Panthers, Etobicoke Dolphins, Brampton Canadettes, these girls need the same exposure that OHL boys at the same skill set and same level as what these girls are. Need the same exposure. So if I can do a little bit in my own corner to help generate and promote that, that's why I do it. and I hope it continues to grow and thrive through U22 Elite. Final 30 seconds of warm-up, and we'll get set for puck drop. I do have a starting lineup for the Barrie Sharks. In net, number 74, Ava Zador. On defense, number 44, Kathleen Dion. And number 72, Annabella Cosgrave. On the forward line, number 17, Sam Larmond. Number 55, Kaya Harbeck. And number 82, Kate Stewart. Kate Stewart is rejoining us after being absent this morning. So I'm happy to see her back. And they're going to do a powwow around the net. And we'll get set for action at center ice. Hopefully my camera is in a good position. Looks like it's okay. All right, and I got my tilt lock on so I don't tilt it over as I did this morning. I am solo this weekend, so there are some things I can't quite tell until I look closer. All right, who's ready for some hockey? Okay, grab a drink, grab some popcorn, grab some chips. And if you're in the car, turn me up. Let's get set for one more round robin game for your Barrie Junior Sharks. Again, versus Balmoral Hall. $50 minutes on the clock. Yep, referee's arm is up. Let's get going here, ladies and gents. Banging has begun. Game 4, USA Canada Cup Series is underway. Barrie Junior Sharks, again, 2 wins and 1 loss. So will not play for a medal tomorrow, but play for pride and for fun. As of course the game always is fun to play. Pass up, first opportunity, but they'll come in on the offside. Just a half a step too much inside that blue line. We'll have a face-off just on the outside. Now, at any given time during these live streams that I do, please do not hesitate. If you're watching later or whatnot, walk up to me and say, hey, can I do a shout out to my mom, my grandmother? I'm more than happy to do that. I love the viewership. Sharks try to keep it on play in the Balmoral end. They'll backhand it behind the net. In net for Balmoral is Mimi Ferreira. Balmoral will bring it into the zone, but the stick is lifted. Can't hold on to control. Right back to Piper Seven on the defense. It'll go up to May Severn. She'll try to grab it out of the corner. Balmoral turning around, hits the plexiglass just above the referee's head. He had to be careful. Sharks hold on to possession inside that blue line. Down low for Sonia Mehta. Can't get the shot off. That's Maddie McKay. You can almost tell now when Maddie McKay is on the ice. She has a certain demeanor about her when she skates around the ice with her finesse. May Severn down to Sonia Mehta. On the short side, rebound available, and Balmoral is going to clear it. Oh, caught by Sonia Mehta as they tried to clear that puck. Mehta hauled down. And that'll be a glove down quickly here by the netminder for Balmoral. It was number 8, Kate Chubak, trying to get the puck out. She lifted it up, and it was caught by Sonia Mehta. That happens. Play continues at the Balmoral end. Cosgrave sends it through. Rebound available. It was going to get picked up by the Balmoral forward and send it out of the zone and into the Sharks' end. Shots on goal already 2 for the Barrie Sharks. I'm loving the shot clock. It's an important factor. It will tell you exactly which way the game is leaning. Not necessarily who is going to win the game, but who's got momentum. Shot in just past the near side post. Balmoral still has possession. I believe that is McKay for Balmoral, sending it down. That's the 3rd McKay now I think I've called this weekend on different teams. Popular name, and it's the name of my in-laws. In front, shot in by Jenna Keller, and she misses on the near side. Cosgrave scoops it up off the far side boards, holds on to it, comes back to the blue line where she likes to stand, over to Kathleen Dion, down to the corner. Jenny Keller can't handle the pass. Taya Wallace taking over for her. She'll weave her way in, shot through. It was a deflection, but it went into the near side corner. Cosgrave looking for Winter out in front for Bromwell. Hits a shin guard. Sharks will have to retreat back into the neutral zone. That's Winter sending it back to Cosgrave. Up to Abby Bromwell. Abby Bromwell's had a great weekend. Shot in by Taya Wallace. Misses on the near side, so it goes around the plexiglass and out the other end. Balmoral trying to clear that puck. It comes behind the net. Into the corner. That's Sadie McKay on the defense. Little tanglement here in front of the boards, and the Balmoral player is slow to get up, but she looks like she's okay. That was a hard tangle. To the neutral zone. Balmoral trying to send it forward. Sound like it hit a shin guard. They'll try that again. They bring it into the Sharks' end. Looked like Kate Stewart was going to get rid of it. Now she does. Up to Sam Larmond. Larmond brings the bouncing puck in, trying to weave around a couple of white sweaters. The white sweaters find it and get it to the blue line, and they will get it out to neutral. Picked right back up by Piper Sebin. She'll come in. Takes a lap and back. No, looking for Kaya Harback in front. To the neutral zone. Sonia Mehta puts it back in play. Sam Larman catches up to it as that puck crosses the blue line. Down to Kaya Harback looking for the one-timer, and she fans on the attempt. Here comes Sonia Mehta. She'll drive. Backhand. Stewart looking for the rebound. Can't find it. Loses an edge. Balmoral getting it to neutral. They'll dump it down. That was Peyton Newwood getting it to neutral for Balmoral. Little up and down, still in play, didn't hit the mesh. Pass up from Maddie McKay, up to May Severn. May Severn looking for a friendly stick in front. Almost found it in Simone Swanson, but she was not quite in the right place at the right time. Puck comes to in front of the crease. And Balmoral will get rid of it. Sends it down. That's one of the first touches on the puck for Ava Zador. Not sure if that counts as a shot, but she touched the puck and steered it into the corner. Charette stepping in, shot in, and a glove save by the netminder for Balmoral. That's Mimi Ferreira again. 9:58 remaining in the first period, no score. Again, this is the fourth and final round-robin game. Sharks will not know when or where or who they will play until later this evening. So we all have to keep an eye on the results on the website. Balmoral gets into neutral. Bringing it down in. That's Katie Harvey being bothered by a couple of Sharks. Does get it into the zone. Stoppage in play here in the Sharks' end with 9:45 to go in the first period. Harvey on the draw for Balmoral. Against Sadie France. Balmoral wins the draw. Down behind the goal line, Kathleen Dion trying to shovel it out. She does. Slides it off to her teammate. Up to Kathleen Dion. Looking for Jenny Keller in the attempt. That just hits the crossbar. What a great attempt. Kathleen Dion putting it on the stick of Jenny Keller just a shade off. Shots on goal now read 3-1 in favor of the Barrie Sharks. Now Josh Thompson does keep track of the shots too. I'll be interested to see what he tells me after the period is over. Balmoral gets it out into neutral zone and re-enters the Sharks' end. It's Matilda Stepien, I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly, fighting for that puck. Balmoral can't hang on to it, and they will come out to neutral. Now I had the benefit here in this building to have my clipboard right in front of me. I have a nice little table I can read the rosters on, so I can actually try to call the opposition roster as best as I can because the names are right at my eye line. Right into the neutral zone and into the Sharks' end. Piper Seven gets it back to neutral. Picked up by the Balmoral defense. Picked off by Wallace. She'll bring it in the zone. 3-on-1 developing here. Shot in, looking for a deflection. I believe it was Sadie France. Mally Winter. Puck comes all the way back down into the Sharks' end. Here comes Balmoral cutting through. Maxwell has to look out. Guard nose post. Balmoral will fire, hits a body, and deflects into the far side corner. Sharks taking over possession of that puck. They'll get it out. Here comes Sam Larmont. Playing catch with Kate Stewart as they enter the zone. Longman will peel back off to the blue line for Charette. Charette to the far side for Gabby Willard. That's poked free in a breakaway attempt here for Balmoral. What a great save by Riley Maxwell. That shot made by Jackie a curl. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Oh, bad collision there in front of the Barrie bench. Chubak, I believe. Rough to get up. Great save there by Riley Maxwell and a great breakaway attempt for Balmoral. Into the neutral zone. Cosgrave fighting for that puck. She wins it. Penalty coming. Is that going to go against Barrie for the collision? It's going to be a hook. Yeah, against Cosgrave. Ooh. Face off to the right of Maxwell. Let's see how the Sharks can kill off this penalty. To the blue line. Emily Bonin. Down to the near side boards. Back to the point for Bonin. She'll fire. Great block attempt there by May Severin. She'll bring it back short-handed. She's got Simone Swanson 2-on-1. Simone Swanson looking for the pass. Goes by her stick. Sharks will have to backtrack. Again, they are short-handed. 30 seconds gone here. Balmoral back in possession. Will re-enter the zone. That's Brenna Ray. She gets pushed off the puck. Balmoral holds on to it at the blue line. Back down low for Ray. Balmoral get it off the boards, looking for a pass out in front. Trying to feed off to Sadie McKay. Sharks reclaim the puck behind their own net and lift and get rid of it and send it the distance. No icing as they are trying to kill off a penalty. Back behind the net. Pass up to the neutral zone. Sharks are onside. Dion trying to fight for that puck. Sharks doing a great job killing off this penny. Maddie McKay fighting for that puck behind the goal line, pushing and shoving. Always love Maddie McKay's spunk. Might mention that way too often because I know a lot of girls on this team have got great spunk, but she's got some interesting finesse when she's on the ice. Out to King at the blue line. Fire in and a save by Maxwell. Shots on goal now reading 3-2 on the scoreboard. Game still remains tight. No score as of yet. Face off to the left of Maxwell. Sharks have it after the draw. They send that puck forward. Kate Stewart looking for it. She'll try to chase after it in the corner. Being bothered by Lily Spurrell of Balmoral. They'll battle for it behind the goal line. Teammate for Balmoral coming in to give a bit of assistance. Two teammates, actually. Jenny Keller finds it. Feeds it back to the blue line. Penalty over. Back to 5-on-5. Shot in. Just past the near side post. Chubak gets it in neutral. Turning it around is Adrielle Charette. She'll come in, drive the slot, hand it off to Stewart. Can't get the shot off. Back to the blue line. Over to Piper 7. Can't get it under her forehand. Puck is bouncing too much. Back behind the line there for Kate Stewart. Kate Stewart backhands it back to the blue line. Stop saying back, Cheryl. It's that repetitive. In the neutral zone, they'll enter. Balmoral. Charette giving her rival chase. They do win the puck battle. Keller nearly had an opportunity on a breakaway, but she was a couple of strides behind the play. Curl sending it to the far side for her teammate. Balmoral coming back into the zone. Behind the net, Gabby Willard. Wallace turns around, tried to get it out. Balmoral keeps it in play in the Sharks' end. Sharks trying to get it out. Sharks get it past Curl. Yes, they do. It'll go to the far side. Sarah Miller behind the net for Curl. Picked up by, I believe that's Taya Wallace. Yes, it is. Down for Abby Bromwell. Couldn't get the shot off. Intercepted by a Balmoral player. Curl sends it to the far side for Miller. Wallace trying to pick the puck up right back behind the goal line as the defense does a great job for the Barrie Sharks. Under 4 minutes to go here in period number 1. No score. Curl behind, chipping it off the boards to get it out. Kathleen Dion races in, coming off the bench and holds onto it in the Balmoral end. Balmoral reclaims the puck, get it to neutral. Nifty turnaround, backhand pass up, sending it down deep into the near side corner. Dion finding it, sending it up for Kaya Harbeck. Harbeck pushing it forward, looking for Kate Stewart. In the neutral zone, Sharks bring it in. Sam Lorman steps into the slot and fires. Pad save for Ferreira. He'll poke free into the neutral zone. Stewart. Interception by Balmoral. They'll bring it in. Kenwood trying to drive the slot. It sits there for a second. And here come the Sharks. Here's Kate Stewart all by herself. Reinforcements on the way. Kate Stewart looking for Swanson in front. Can't find Swanson or McKay. Seben now finds it and she fires it through. Net misses on the near side post. Out for Harvey. Balmoral tries to get it over that red line. She'll backhand. She can't chase after it as she's being bothered by a Sharks player. Pesky that way as they try to be possessive of their own end. McKay sends it back to the defense. Sharks bring it back in. Here's Maddie McKay. McKay's all over the place. Balmoral to the far side. Make a turnaround. That's Maya Rosenbaum. Looks like there's a neck guard. Somebody's neck is not protected out there. You don't want that in a rink full of blades. To the neutral zone. May Severn back to her defense. This is Charette. Over to Jenny Keller. There's May Severn bringing it in. Trying to weave around a couple of Balmoral players. Balmoral reclaiming that puck and they will get it to neutral. Gabby Woodward looking for Elda Silva. Again, Elda Silva on fire this weekend with 3 goals. In the neutral zone. And into the Sharks' end, and that's called on the offside. Long time without a whistle. 1:14 remaining in the first period. No score, but the shots on goal on the clock read 6-2 in favor of the Barrie Sharks. So Barrie looks to be getting a bit more opportunity in the offensive zone. Down to Charette, trying to poke it off the boards for Keller. It'll come into the Balmoral end. Sadie France trying to chase after it, nearly caught up to it. Balmoral is going to skate away with it. Yes, they will. Last minute of play here in the first period, and there will be a flood after the first. Shot in just over the crossbar. Curl for Balmoral, trying to steer around Jenny Keller. Keller still giving her a problem, though, with the stick, trying to lift it and steal that puck away. Balmoral does get it to the neutral zone, and Kathleen Dion's going to chase after it back in her own end. Matilda Stepien nearly had a chance to steal that puck away. Here's Kathleen Dion. Final 25 seconds here, the first period. Dion getting aggressive here. She is a defense player, but I see her playing a forward role a lot more often these days. Dion to the far side for Cosgrave, through traffic, and Ferreira's got it. 7 seconds here left, and then we'll take a Zamboni break. And I will get a drink. My mouth is a little dry. I love tournaments, but I'm looking forward to getting back to regular season action and being back in the Shark Tank. It's not going to be for a couple of weeks as the Sharks are on the road next weekend, but I love being on the road too. I'm a crazy person. I love this game of hockey. I love the community environment that it gives. All right. I'll put 15 minutes on the clock for the second period. I'll step away as the Zamboni comes on to clear, and I'll be back to give you the second period, folks. Come on back. Okay, folks, did you go grab a new drink? Or warmed up the old one? Definitely is closing in on winter time, so any hot beverage is going to be welcomed right about now. It's warmed up since yesterday. It was sitting at minus 15 when I got up yesterday, but it's warmed up since, and it's only minus 2 or 3, depending. Bring it back into the rink. Here we go. Girls getting set to take the ice here for period number 2. There they are. Now the shots on goal on the score clock does say 7-2. Oh, just went off. Does say 7-2, but I talked to Josh Thompson, and the actual shots on goal are 8-4 in favor of the Barrie Sharks. Yeah. Ava Zador taking up residence in the other net. We'll get set for period number 2. Now, as I indicated, this is the last round robin game, and they will play a consolation game of some sorts tomorrow. Just don't know when, where, or who against. We won't know that until sometime later tonight, and I'm hoping to bring that game, should it be desired. Other than that, I'm looking forward to getting back to regular season action next Friday night as the Barrie Junior Sharks visit the Cambridge Rivulets. And then they go down the highway to London and visit the Devilettes. And then I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they return to the Shark Tank the following weekend. Hard to imagine we're only 3 weeks to Christmas. What the heck? Man, that happened fast. And I have not started my Christmas shopping. I hadn't even thought about it. Heck, I moved in July and I'm still unpacking boxes. Actually, my Christmas present this year is going to be a lot of time off. I've been rather busy with unpacking and then getting set for the season and trying to still hold down a full-time job. And, of course, what I do on the weekend is what I love to do. What I'm doing right now is what I love to do. But it's still busy and still active, and I'm looking forward to taking a couple of days off and relaxing, having good food, spending time with my kids. I've got 3. My oldest is at Niagara College right now. He graduated from Wilfrid Laurier in the spring. And now he's studying he's studying viticulture at Niagara College down in St. Catharines. And my middle one is at home with me, and my youngest just graduated high school, and she started at the University of Guelph. So all the kids have grown up, and almost all have left the nest. Still have one at home, but she's fairly independent. But yeah, it'd be nice to have them around with my husband and have some good eats, good treats, and to lay low and relax. And I hope you guys all do the same. Of course, I've got a few more games to bring you until that time. All right, play continues here in the third period. Still no score. Sharks are bringing into the zone. And yes, is a confirmation. I just got word from Rob Whitehead. We are back in the Shark Tank, December 20th and the 21st. Scooped up rather quickly there by Zador. Of course, I'll bring you both of those games. Face off to the right of Zador. Cosgrave has it after the draw to the far side. Lorman's going to grab it and try to wrestle it away from the referee, who got in the way for a split second. Balmoral's curl sends it flying back, and Riley Maxwell's going to glove it down and hand it off to Dion, far side. In come the Sharks. Stewart with a shot in. That misses on the far side. Out into the slot. Cosgrave steps in, tries to get around the forward. And that's poked aside. Back for Sonia Mehta. Mehta with a big turn. Into the neutral zone. Hands it off to Kaya Harbeck. Balmoral rallies together and tries to get it out. Severn with the shot. Finds the top corner and she scores. That's a great start to the second period. I can put a 1 on the board for the Barrie Sharks. What a great shot by May Severn. See who they award the assist to. I love to hear the screams from the bench when they do that. They are hockey players, but they're still teenage girls, so they still scream like teenage girls, and there's nothing wrong with the excitement. Heck, in a big game, you'll hear me scream the same way when the team that I'm covering scores. In fact, I've done it a lot in the past, as people can attest to. I get hypersonic when I get excited. Severn stepping in for another attempt, shot in by the near side post. unassisted. It's hard to hear, but a shot in. Meta will fire. That misses on the far side, near side, excuse me. Balmoral trying to find that puck, and they will get it to the neutral zone. Back behind Zador, far side. Meta, battle for that puck against her rival there, which was Katie Harvey. Miller to the point, bounces in. Zador quickly steers that away from her pads, and the Sharks will clear the zone. Over to Maddie McKay. McKay looking for Severn in the slot. Needs to get clear first. Oh, she cuts in, makes a turn, and had a shot attempt, and that's gloved down by Ferreira. Just the one penalty called in the game. It was back to Annabella Cosgrave in the first periods. Other than that, it's been all 5-on-5 action. Face off to the left of Ferreira. France with a quick shot in. That's gloved down and up and over and in. Sadie France with the goal. And I can put another notch on the board. Balmoral's still going to give it a tough fight, I'm sure, as France leads the charge across the bench. Have another face-off here at center ice. France versus Harvey. Far side. Balmoral is going to try to pick it up. That's curl for Balmoral Hall. Forward. They try to cut into the middle. Chubak waiting for a shot. Oh, that goes in, and Charette with a deflection goes up and over the crossbar. Looked dangerous. Penalty coming there. That's going to go against Balmoral Hall. De Silva off to Keller. Keller fires, misses over. Curl touches it, and that's going to get whistled down here. So 12-11. And the Barrie Sharks are going to get their first chance at a power play. Let me see what the call is. Two minutes of body contact. Number 8. I'll get that name in just a second. Play goes in. Here we go. Number 8, Kate Chubak with the infraction of body contact. Sharks on the power play. This is their first one of the game. Dion down low. Sends it up top for Taya Wallace. Wallace sends it back down for Cosgrave. Cosgrave brings it in but can't hang on to the puck. It'll bounce up and over. Sharks can't touch it. They were offside as it bounced off of Bromwell on the other side of the blue line. So we'll have to back up and have a face-off. I'm not sure if that's going to be inside or outside the zone. I think it's outside. Yes, it is. Seven to the far side. To Kate Stewart at the blue line. Stewart waits, steps in, fires. Saved by Ferreira. Balmoral finds that puck, and they will get it out. They'll send it down into the Sharks' end. 7 behind the net. Look at options here. Get Meta up top. No, she sends it all the way forward. I believe that's Jenny Keller. She'll fire. That misses over the crossbar. No, it's Sam Larman, excuse me. 7 to the far side for Sonia Meta. Meta back to 7. 7 down low to Sam Larman. 7 to Larman. Stepping around the forward defense, excuse me. Larman to the far side for Meta. Meta back to 7 as the Sharks change positions around. Cycle that puck around to Meta. Down low on the far side for Larman this time. Harbeck out in front. Stewart down low. Fires through. Saved by Ferreira. It goes to the far side corner. 25 seconds remaining in the power play for the Barrie Sharks. Down to 7. 7. Back up to Meta. Meta waits. Sends it through. Tipped aside. Picked up by Larman behind the net. She'll peel around and fire. And that's a save by Ferreira. Off the chest, I believe. Just got a piece of it. to the blue line for Meta. Down low, fires. That's steered aside again by Ferreira as the penalty comes to an end. Nothing happening on that power play. Balmoral's got the puck in the Sharks' end. They'll fire. Maxwell with the save. Rebound available, but quickly Meta gathers that puck up, and the Sharks will get it all the way up to May Severin. May Severin trying to cut in. Looking for McKay. Steered aside by the Balmoral defense. Only a 2-goal lead. Lots can happen here with only 2 goals down. Cover up there for Riley Maxwell. Not trying to be pessimistic, just trying to be realistic. It can happen. That's why you still have to play all the minutes of every single game. I was talking to a bunch of parents here over the course of the weekend. If we knew the outcome of the game, we wouldn't play it. And it's much more fun when we don't know the outcome. The whole game's got to get played. Chuback for Balmoral. Has her stick lifted, but still manages to hold on to that puck temporarily. Willard trying to get her stick on it and get it clear. Balmoral can't hold on. This is Ring, excuse me. She'll send it to her D partner, Ring and King. I've seen a lot of Kings this weekend. Willard down behind the goal line to the far side for Charette. Charette, pass up, just off the stick of May Severin. McKay trying to catch up to that puck. She finds it, enters the zone. Tries to hold on to it as she's being bothered by a white sweater right behind her, and it's going to get picked up by that same white sweater. She'll bring it in all on her own, trying to split through and get a shot in. She does. Maxwell with the turn aside, denied. That's Ray for Balmoral with that break. Down low. Looking for a teammate out in front, but it's going to clear the zone instead. Balmoral brings it right back in. Shots on goal right now on the score clock look to be doubled 10-5 in favor of the Barrie Sharks. Back behind the goal line. Again, that's indicative of puck possession, not so much indicative of the score, but right now it's 2-0 in favor of the Barrie Sharks. Down behind the goal. Sadie France trying to chase after it and get it out. It's going to go around in the near side corner as the two players there collide together. Jenny Keller, big turnaround. Setting it up to Sadie France. Down to Elda Silva. Passing it through the slot, looking for Keller. She was a half a stride back. Kathleen Dion now in possession of that puck as Cosgrave guards the blue line. Back to Cosgrave it goes. She'll double back into her own end, feeds it forward. Bouncing puck over that blue line to the far side. Looking for De Silva. And Dion again forward. Oh, out in front for Bromwell. Couldn't get her stick on it. Slides through the blue paint and into the near side corner. Teo Wallace trying to do her best to grab that puck. Balmoral reclaiming possession and will clear it out. Far side pass. Back to neutral for Teo Wallace. In the Balmoral end. Bromwell trying to get her stick on it. Cosgrave manning the blue line. Trickle in for Ferreira, and she'll just cover it up with the glove. Just over halfway through the second period, 7:03 remaining. Let me get the clock right, 7:03 remaining. There we go. 7:03 remaining, 2-0 Barrie Sharks. Goals from Severn and Fretz. 9 and 6. Just take that 9 and flip it upside down, and you have both goal scorers. Tip in, just misses on the near side post. Looked like it was on its way in. Couldn't tell by the angle I was at. 7 fires it through. Saved by Ferreira. Again, there will not be a flood after the second period. We'll go right into period number 3. Seven, down low. Looking for Stewart. Stewart can't hold on. She'll send it to the other side for Sonia Meta. She'll find it in the near side corner. Puck will trickle into the slot. Balmoral will get it out to neutral. And they'll bring it in. Kind of a 2-on-2 happening here. Trying to drive it through. Meta does a great job holding her off, and we're going to have a stoppage in play here for a penalty. It's going to be for a hold. going to go against Sonia Meta, so Balmoral is going to get a power play opportunity here. We'll face off to the right of Zador. 6:21 on the clock. To the far side. Balmoral trying to hold on, short-handed. McKay trying to get around a couple of defense, can't do it, but it knocks off seconds off the power play, keeping the puck down in the Balmoral end to the far end to Chubak. She'll bring it in right back at that blue line, but they do hold it. Trying to drive the slot area. Balmoral's going to fire. Charette finds that and sends it out of harm's way, and it will go the distance all the way down. Emily Bonin behind her own net. Down low on the near side boards. Set it across. Right back in. Severin finds that and puts it right back. Back onto Bonin's stick in her own end. Handing it off to McKay. McKay putting it forward. Gabby Wood for the Barrie Sharks. Through neutral, and that will go the distance. 1 minute gone, 1 minute remaining on the power play for Balmoral Hall. Behind the net. Far side. Down low. In they come. Shot! Great save by Maxwell. That shot made by Katie Harvey. Spurrell to the far side. Back to Spurrell down low. Skips off the end of her stick. Hands it off to her teammate. That is Hill. Far side for Ring. Ring has possession of that puck again. Down low in the far side. Oh, it's down to the far side corner. Down deep, excuse me. Back behind the goal line. Kathleen Dion doing a great job trying to give her rival a problem, but she still holds on to that puck on the power play. 8 seconds left. Puck will escape the zone. Come all the way back down to Ferreira. She'll leave it for Ring. Power play expired. Back to 5-on-5 with just over 4 minutes to go here in the second period. 2-0 Barrie Sharks over Balmoral Hall. Cosgrave steps in. That's blocked. Sadie France looking for the rebound, but picked up by the ladies in white, and they will clear it to the neutral zone. Sadie France finds it in her own end, sending it forward, and that will be an icing call against the Barrie Sharks. 3:58 remaining in the second period. 2-0 Barrie Sharks in Game 4 of the USA Canada Cup Series. Fourth and final game for both of these squads. Back to the blue line, looking for the one-timer, but decides to second-guess that. Back in the slot area, bouncing puck, and it's gloved down by Maxwell. That was Jakaya Curl at the point. Face off to the left of Zador. Back behind the net. I might have said Maxwell once, I think. I've covered too many games this week, and I apologize if I said Maxwell, but Zador is in net. Down low for Sadie France. Keller to the blue line. Down the far side. Sharks should drive it in through the slot area just off of Sadie France's sticks. Keller. Far side for Piper 7. 7 dumps it down. As soon as she crosses the red line, it'll ring her on the boards to the near side corner. For Balmoral finds it. No, De Silva trying to gather it up. She'll send it back down into the near side corner. Curl now behind her own net for Balmoral. Excuse me. Far side. Sharks step in, but the puck will deflect and go up and down and will come into the Sharks' end. Under 3 minutes to go here in the second period. To the blue line for Taya Wallace. Wallace feeding it to the middle for Adrielle Charette. She'll come in through the middle, and she's got Abby Brumwell with her. She'll weave around a couple of white sweaters and wait. Looking for Brumwell, picked off by Ray for Balmoral. Balmoral sends it down deep. Here in the near side corner, up to Chubak. Chubak into the Sharks' end, but right on to Piper 7. 7 to the neutral zone, feeding up to Mally Winter. Stepping in, past the goal line. A lot of back and forth here in the last couple of minutes. Oh, out in front for Taya Wallace. Couldn't put her stick on the one-timer. It will trickle all the way down to Sador. Hands it off to Kathleen DeYoung. Ooh, loses an edge. Kathleen DeYoung looks like she's okay. I've seen a lot of that this weekend. Falling down for no reason. I swear to God there's ruts on most of the ice surfaces I've seen this weekend. Out in front, shot in, just misses on the near side post. Larman trying to get it out of the zone. Balmoral doing a great job. That's Sadie McKay keeping it on play in the Sharks' end off the plexiglass. Awkward bounce, but Mally Winter finds it. All the way back to Balmoral defense. Far side. Katie Harvey can't hold on. Driving the corner as they tangle. Penalty coming on the play. It's going to be for a hold? Nope, for an interference call. It's going to go against Kate Stewart. And Balmoral is going to get a power play here to finish out the second period. It will run into the third if they can't score in a minute 21. Ring after the draw, fires through. Sador with the save, kicks it aside. Far side. Curl holds on, backhands it down low, picked up by Cosgrave, and she will get it out of the zone and send it down into the Balmoral end. They'll regroup in their own end. Down the near side looking for Katie Harvey. Severn finds it. Getting around Hill. Last bit of the play here in the second period. They'll battle for it down behind the goal line in the Balmoral end. That's going to get picked up by Maya Rosenbaum. Far side. Annabella Cosgrave at the blue line, sending it back towards the Balmoral end. Final 30 seconds. Oh, yep. Through neutral. Sending it through. Rosenbaum couldn't get a hold of it. Here comes Maddie McKay. Can't get around Emily Bonin. Down low for Hill. Excuse me, Ray. One last opportunity as she tries to get around Simone Swanson. To the far side. Shot through and a save by Sador as the buzzer sounds. So a part of this power play will go into the third, and I'll get reset up for that as we're going to go directly in to the third period. 38 seconds show on the clock here for the infraction, so I'll fix that. Here we go. 2-0 Barrie Sharks again. Goal scored by May Severn and Sadie France. Balmoral has had some great chances. Can't figure out Sador. Once again, the Sharks are 2-1 so far in the weekend. 2 wins and 1 loss after this morning's 2-1 loss to Stansted. So again, they won't play for a medal tomorrow if you're just joining me here. They won't play for a medal tomorrow. They will play a consolation game tomorrow. Just don't know what time, what place, and against who until later tonight. But I hope to bring that one to you tomorrow if it is so wanted. All right. So the goalies will exchange end one more time. Ferreira here on the left and Zador on the right. 15 more minutes are on the clock. Shots on goal on the score clock currently read 13-10 in favor of the Barrie Sharks, so that's gotten a little tighter. Balmoral's not going to go down quietly as we begin the third period. They'll look to score quickly and get into this game, down by 2 as we start the third period, and still 30 seconds remaining on their power play. McKay to the far side. Looking for Henwood. They find it, bring it in, but they come in on the offside. Face off in the neutral zone, just outside the blue line and in front of the Barrie bench. Balmoral has it after the draw. They'll chip it off the boards, out to Henwood. Henwood can't follow it up, so Sadie France puts it back into the neutral zone. Bonin now for Balmoral to the far side. Up to Kate Chuback. She can't hold on. Sadie France finds the puck and brings it into the Balmoral end. She's pushed off that puck and it's taken away. Muscled away from her. Off the boards. To Charette at the blue line. Handing it back off to Stewart. Goes by her stick, so it's recollected by Jenny Keller. Keller trying to hold on to it in front of the Balmoral bench, and it will exit the zone. Charette backhanding it off. Seven gets to that puck. No, it gets passed by both of those players. In comes Stewart to France, fires, and a glove down save for Ferreira. Back to 5-on-5 again. With 13:45 remaining in the third period. 2-0. Barrie Sharks. Battle for that puck on the face-off dot. Finds a couple of sticks and bounces around. Okay, Bromwell with the win on that. Battle Winter towards the net. That goes by the far side post. Out in front in the slot area, but it's going to get collected by Balmoral, and they'll get it to neutral. Willard. That's Lydia Hill, who got it out of bounds there for Balmoral. Into the slot. Trickles into Ferreira's glove, and she'll put a stop to that. Face off to the left here of Ferreira. Okay, so just got confirmation that I'm good to call the game tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow morning, whenever it is. As long as we're in a rink where there's good signal, I'll be there. Harbeck brings it in, but has her stick lifted into the neutral zone. It'll go to the far side corner, and that's going to get called on icing with 12:52 here remaining in the third. On the face-off here next to Ferreira. Sharks have it after the draw. This is McKay holding on to that puck, sending it to the blue line for Kathleen Dion. To Cosgrave, through traffic, hits a body and goes to the far side corner. Rosenbaum brings it out, now on the far side boards. In the neutral zone, Maddie McKay reclaims that puck, hands it off to her defense. Dion looking for a pass to the far side for May Severn. That's intercepted by Lily Sporrell for Balmoral. Okay, reclaimed in the Sharks' end. As they come through neutral. Pass off to Swanson. Swanson can't handle that, and it bounces away from her. McKay finds it, steps in, has her stick lifted, and Henwood sends it to the far side for Balmoral. They'll come back into the Sharks' end. Shots on goal now reading 14-10 in favor of the Sharks. Puck will come out to neutral. Sadie France trying to find it. Comes into the zone. She's got help from Maddie McKay, but can't hang on to the puck. Henwood for Balmoral bringing it back, but only momentarily. Here's Sadie France looking for Sonia Mehta. Out in front, shot in, finds the top left corner, and they score. It looks like Elda Silva again with the goal. If that's true, then that's 4 goals on the weekend for Elda Silva. Now 3-0 Barrie Sharks. 11:33 to go here in the third. Play continues here after the face-off. Pass up to Jenny Keller. Keller's had a great weekend too. 1 goal and 3 assists this weekend. Yeah, it was Elda Silva. Picked up at the blue line by Balmoral. Looking for the slot, fires it in a save by Zador. Now they'll face off to the right of the netminder for Barrie. One by the Sharks, but not out of the zone. Brumwell trying to drive through. Back to her teammate. Wallace trying to hand it back over to Brumwell. They'll come into the zone behind the net. Down low on the near side boards. And picked up by Taya Wallace. She makes a turn into the slot, waits but can't get the shot off. Balmoral will clear the zone, gets it to neutral, and brings it into the Sharks' end. That's Branna Ray. All by herself. She holds the line, drives right back into the slot, but has her stick lifted. Sharks trying to poke it free, right back onto her stick. Ray trying to get a shot off. Penalty coming, but they score. It was going to be a penalty call, but instead of that, we're going to put a goal on the board. Good on them for keeping at it. On the board for Balmoral Hall. 3-1 now with 10:25 to go in the third period. So because of that goal, the person with the infraction will not sit. This means 2 more minutes at even strength. Dion for the Sharks has it after the draw. Balmoral bringing it back the other way. And we all know that when you watch a hockey game, momentum can shift. Now that Balmoral's got that one goal, they're going to continue to drive to get more with lots of time left. Sharks can't take their foot off the gas. Keep playing your game, Sharks. Balmoral brings it in. Cosgrave will get rid of it to the neutral zone. Picked up by Kathleen Dion. Looking for Sam Larmont. Goes by everybody. Harbeck trying to find it and hold the line, and she will. Sends it back to the near side corner. Battling it out with Emily Bonin behind the goal line. Back out. Balmoral's going to clear the zone. Dump it down in. To the neutral zone now. Sharks chasing after it. Bonin in her own end. Gets there. Gets on the puck first. Collision. Puck will sit into the slot area. Picked up by Henwood and up to her teammate Ray. Ray brings it in but can't get the shot off. Kate Schuback chasing for it in the far side corner. Zador watching that far side post. All right. Pass up as the Sharks try to clear the zone, and they do. It will come all the way down, and that will be an icing call against the Barrie Sharks. 8:48 remaining in the third period. Now 3-1 in favor of the Sharks. Shots on goal showing on the clock now are 15-12 in favor of the Sharks. So the game's gotten a lot tighter since the first period. Face off to the left of Zador. Won by the Sharks. Willard sending it to the other side for Charette. De Silva has a handle on it but can't get it out of the zone. She'll back it down. And now it'll reach neutral over the far side for De Silva. De Silva coming in. Hands it off to Jenny Keller. Keller fires in the short side. That hits the face mask of Ferreira. Sharks pick it up after the rebound. Willard out front. Sending it down low. Back behind the net. Balmoral picking it up. Can't get it over that goal line, though. Sadie France using her muscle to hold on to that puck down there. Jenny Keller coming in to give her a hand. Out in front for 2 back now for Balmoral, and she'll chip it off the boards right over the line official's head. That's going to be an icing call. What a duck by the line official. Face off back. I believe it's to the left of Ferreira here in the Balmoral end. Under 8 minutes to go here in period number 3. Sharks holding on to a 3-1 lead. De Silva, France, and Severin with the goals. Down low, Brumwell trying to get out in front. She hangs onto it and fires. Ferreira looked to get a piece of that. Schuback loses her stick in the process, but she finds it easily enough. Brumwell on the blue line. Dump it down in. Sharks will have to chase after it. Far side. Here's Dion. Can't reach the target. Picked up by Curl for Balmoral, but not out of bounds yet. Cosgrave looking for a one-timer. Sharks fire instead. Wallace finding it in the near side corner. Out to Hill. Picked up by Malley-Winder before they can exit the zone. Shot in. Blocker save. Ferreira loses sight of it temporarily. Out in front for Kate Stewart. Great save by Ferreira. Puck still loose as the Sharks jam away at it. Can't get it past all the white sweaters in front. Great persistence by the Barrie Sharks, but even a great defense. Shot in. Loose puck. Backhand. Somehow that does not get past the door. What an attempt by Balmoral Hall. Wow. Great shot at one end, great shot in another end, and a couple of fantastic saves. Oh my goodness, another player losing an edge. That's Sam Larman. Hopefully she's okay. I've seen a lot of that this weekend. Sonia Mehta on the far side. She'll bring it in. Waits, fires, blocker saved by Ferreira. Puck still out in front, shot in by Kate Stewart, and a save by Ferreira. 6:01 on the clock. Time winding down here in the third period. What a great weekend this has been so far. Really great games yesterday. Love the action here at U22 Elite. And been talking to a lot of Americans. Buffalo, Detroit. It's been great to talk to and get to know some different people around this great sport of hockey. Looking forward to one more game tomorrow. Balmoral to the blue line, but not out. Swanson fires. That goes over the crossbar and hits the plexiglass. McKay in the corner sends it to the blue line. Down to Sonia Mehta. Mehta to the far side. Shot in and a save by Ferreira. That shot made by McKay. Down for Henwood for Balmoral. Up and over and on to Severn's stick, but she's got her pocket picked by Schuback, and Balmoral will bring it into the Sharks' end. Henwood's going to chase after it. To the neutral zone. Ring, Lucy Ring will dump it down. 7 behind her own goal line. Balmoral looking for possession of that puck in the Sharks' end. When I get a whistle here, I'm going to mention something here about this facility that I've been finding quite interesting. If anybody else has been to WMRC, you'll know what I'm talking about. This is a great facility as the Sharks get it to the neutral zone. It's got a homey feel, but a brand new feel as well. Curl dumping it down into the Sharks' end just past the line, but they're offside, so they'll have to tag. Sharks reclaiming the puck, gets it to neutral. Now 4.5 to go. Back out all the way down into the Sharks' end. Icing waved off. Down on the near side and in the neutral zone. Wallace has got, no, De Silva has got some space. Peels away, looking for defense. She'll hold on, passes it off to Charette. Down to Gabby Willard. She fires. Ferreira gets a piece of that. France pulls it out of the near side corner. Back to Gabby Willard at the blue line. Pass to Charette. Bounce for a second, but she gets control of it quickly. Down behind the goal line, De Silva giving it chase off to Jenny Keller. Keller taking her time. Willard at the blue line. Over to Keller. Fires and she finds the corner. Jenny Keller with her second goal and 5th point of the tournament as the Sharks now go up 4-1. .334 remaining in the third period. And I'm glad this game started early this afternoon so I can go home and relax with a lot of time tonight and get a good night's sleep. Wallace, after the draw. Down to Dion. Dion, forward to Mally Winter. Winter feeding it off to Brumwell. Brumwell can't handle the bouncing puck. Balmoral trying to steal that puck away. It slowly trickles to the net. Up into the neutral zone, gloved down by Brumwell. She'll hand it back off to her defense. It's Cosgrave to Winter, no, over her foot. I believe she said Jenny Keller. It's hard to make out the announcements here in this building. And the board still says 3-1, but I'm pretty sure it's 4 goals for Barrie Sharks. Cosgrave with a shot, gloved down by Ferreira. Down low in the corner. Wallace trying to find it. Coming to the blue line for Kathleen Dion. And now Wallace off the boards to the far side. Shot in. Loose puck sitting there for Winter, trying to get it past the defense and over the pad of the goaltender. Winter sends it down behind the goal line. Out in front for Stewart. She fires, saved by Ferreira. Battle down here in the near side corner. Dion holding on, sending it down. Back behind the net for Kate Stewart. She'll make a half a turn. Leaves it for Dion. Looking for a deflection in front for Sam Lorman, but it goes by everybody and to the far side boards. Harbeck's going to chase after it in the far side corner. Being pushed off of it. Looks like Balmoral's going to clear. No, they won't. Sam Lorman finds it on the blue line, trying to feed it back to Stewart. Harbeck deking in, looking for a backhand. Just past the far side post. Harbeck coming close. Looking for Sonia Mehta. Backhand to the blue line. Sonia Mehta can't hold it. Balmoral hasn't had an opportunity in the Sharks' end in a long time. Henwood's going to chase after it, but a pass up to May Severn, and the Sharks will clear the zone. In comes Chuback for Balmoral. She's got Henwood with her as we enter the last minute of play in the third period. Bouncing puck and penalty coming. See what the call is and who against. A lot of shouting going on here in the crease in front of Zador. Looks like it's going to go against the Sharks. Not sure what the call was. But final 55 seconds on the clock and the Sharks will be down a player. Sharks win the draw. Get it to the blue line, but not out. McKay for Balmoral holds on to that puck. The battle for it right behind the goal line, just to the left of the near side corner. Final 30 seconds here. Sharks trying to get a hold of that and clear it out. They will now. Oh, can't make out what the call was. Doesn't really matter. Final 15 seconds. Looks like the Sharks are on the way here to winning this game, and will improve their record to 3 wins and 1 loss, but not enough points to capture first place. So like I said earlier, they will not play for a medal as the buzzer sounds. They will not play for a medal tomorrow. There will be a consolation game that will be played at some point, at some place, against some team tomorrow. Just don't know when or where, but as soon as we know, we will post that on social media. For now, this game ends 4-1 with goals from May Severn, Sadie Frentz, Elda Silva, and Jenny Keller. And what I like about women's hockey that boys hockey doesn't have, they meet at center ice after every game and they shake hands. And not only do they shake each other's hand, they will shake the officials' hands. Again, you don't see that in boys hockey. I had a son play hockey in the minor leagues, and they shake hands before the game. And I'm not sure why that is, but I like the shaking of hands after the game, and they'll come around here. As you can see, the girls coming to center ice as they will shake the officials' hands. The officials have a say in this. They do. Sometimes we don't like them. Sometimes they miss a call, but they are human. But they are a necessary part of the game, and they work hard as well. So kudos to the officials in this tournament. All right, that's going to do it here for the WMRC. My name is Cheryl Gilroy. Thank you so much for joining the live streams this afternoon as well as all weekend. I've done my best to give you all the action, whether it's with or without sound or with or without internet. I'm here and I'm loving it. So I'll say good afternoon here from WMRC. Keep the faith, and we'll see you at some point in time tomorrow. Enjoy your Saturday evening, folks.